Tell you.
You good?
Yeah. Just put the kids
Oh,
to sleep and all that. So yeah, now I got time where I can build with you.
wonderful, wonderful. I got a little intro I like to do, and then we can get into it, man. I'm
All
super
right,
excited.
let's do
Yes,
it.
sir. What up, all my hoodlums, hooligans, knuckleheads, players and pimps, slayers and simps, hoes and freaks, nerds and geeks, strippers and tippers, thugs and gorillas, soldiers and kings, goddesses and queens, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, niggas and bitches, and you sophisticated motherfuckers alike. Welcome to Hip Hop's biggest fan. And today, man, I got a MC that was from a dynamic duo in hip hop, a legend. Was on multiple classics and hip hop albums. Some of them I'm sure you've heard, such as we had got the War Report, the NORE album, Melvin Flint, the Reunion, a host of mixtapes, part of the Killer Three. Thugged Out Militainment, Aficionado, MC. I'm with Musaliny.
What it is,
For those,
y'all. What it is. What it is. Peace to everybody out there, man.
peace to you, brother. Man, thank you. I'm super excited. Please just bear with me.
Not it's all good. It's all good, brother. I wasn't even expecting to do this and all that. Doona reached out to me and told me about this opportunity, and I was like, cool. But other than that, I ain't really been into much except got the kids and all that. So other than that, I've really been keeping it low and been on some real easy type things as of late. So I haven't really been I'm not in the mix at all with a lot of things that's going on now.
I know I was
Back
trying
then
to
was a
find you.
different story.
I was
Back
trying
then
to
was a different
find you.
story.
I was trying to find you, and I had to reach out to Doona.
Yeah,
Like, yo, I don't know how.
yeah,
So I was like, yo, do you know how I can contact these guys? And he was like,
yeah.
let me work
Fam,
on it.
yeah. Yeah. Nah, Duna, he's the connect. He'll get you in contact for sure. But
So,
yeah, but
yeah.
other than that, I'm not here. I don't have no socials or none of that. So
I,
that's the reason why you couldn't get
this
me.
brother literally just made
Yeah,
one right now to do this.
no, for real.
Brother,
True story.
I'm
True
extremely
story.
grateful beyond
Nah,
words.
it's all good. I got you, bro. Don't even worry, man. Don't even worry.
Yes, sir. I see Tito Grams up in here. What's up? What up,
Yo,
T?
Tito
What's up,
Grams was
Tito?
good, brother. The
Um,
love is here too, my G. Peace, my brother.
yes, sir. Um, so man, I'm gonna just start it off. You know how we all would. You know what I mean? So where you originally from, bro?
I'm from Queens, Lefrak City, Queens. 9720 to be exact. That's my building. 57th Avenue, Lefrak City. Everybody from that area know about, Lefrak City. And, the surrounding areas as well. But, that's where I started out at. My family is basically from all over. I got family from Bronx and Brooklyn, but Queens was basically my home base.
Okay. Um, I mean, what was it like coming up in the 80s and the 90s and your recollection? You know what I mean? As a young kid growing up to an adolescent and then to a young adulthood.
Coming up, it was crazy because it was during that time. So I was during my young age. It was during the time when you had the Supreme Team and you heard stories of them, but then you had the stories. Everybody know about all the stories about the original OGs who was in the streets and was coming up and doing their thing. So this is stories that we had and we heard recycled through other dudes like, yo, these niggas used to get it. These niggas, you know what I mean? Like, and we used to be like, everybody my age used to be like, yo, we want to be like that, or they niggas ain't have no thoughts about
Deuce up in here. What up, Deuce?
niggas ain't have no thoughts about trying to be doctors and lawyers. Even though that's messed up if you look
Right.
at it right now. But these are the stories of the dudes who we looked up to. And then we had dudes in our neighborhood like Shy and Eat Money Bags, and it's a whole bunch of dudes who was coming up and who we had as examples that what I mean. They was just in it. They was in the streets. They was in the everything, and
That you can
dudes
see
of my
and relate to.
that's what I'm saying. Dudes at my age group, they was like, yo, we got to get it like these dudes right here is getting it.
Yes, sir. So I know we talking about crack era.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Like, being honest, this is what was happening during that time.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Okay. So, seeing all that, man, also being from New York, the mecca of this hip hop thing, man, what is one of your earliest recollections? I don't know if it was a party, if it was a song, if it was just being outside and the culture, your first recollection of hip hop, and you could like actually be like, yo, hold up, what is this? I like this. I want to be. I want to be a part of this. I want to. You know what I mean?
You
I'm
know
with this
what?
hip hop shit.
I was I was always in the environment of hip hop because I had older cousins, older uncles who would play stuff. But I can remember, like I was with with one of my cousins, and this is around the time when Wu Tang hit, then Nas was his Nas Illmatic, and then Biggie. So during that time, I was still young. I think I was like what, like damn, like 11, 12, something like that, or maybe 13, 14, something like that. So when I heard that, I was like, then he was playing like a mix of all that shit. I'm like, damn, what's going on? What's this? And then he was telling me about these artists. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy right here. So I'm like, but it was a different type of rap. It was a rap where it was just a little bit more put together. It was a little bit more science to it.
Mhm.
It wasn't just a whole bunch of shit and gibberish that they was just throwing
Right.
out there. So I'm like, you know what? This is the type of rap that I like. I'm like, this type of shit I want to do. And from then on, like I just started gravitating towards, certain things. And then Jay-Z came out, and that whole era when they was dropping during that time, it just drew me into wanting to rap. But I was always a fan because, before then, what was it? We had the boot camp click and all that. So
Hmm.
that stuff was sparking my interest as
Okay.
well. Like, you know what I mean? Because that shit was fire.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? This type of shit I want to get into. So and I started, putting shit together on a low. And then but really let too many people
Right.
know. And then once I got I forgot the exact time, but then I started rapping fully. And actually, matter of fact, I was doing something with my boy Dre. My boy Dre, he had a connect with this dude who had a crib where he was actually doing beats. So his family
Mhm.
had money. They hooked him up with a little studio in his house. And we would go over there every weekend and this make shit.
Man, so I'm guessing what you telling me, you probably a young teenager when you doing
Yeah,
this. Like,
yeah, like
okay,
I was like maybe like damn, I think we was all like what 15,
yeah, okay,
14, 16,
yeah,
around those one of them ages.
okay. So in high school and all that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
So we
sir.
was doing that on the weekends when we ain't have no school and then going in and banging out.
This gonna sound crazy. Do you remember one of your first rhymes?
Yo, it's been that long since. Hey, you know what's crazy is because I've been out of the scene for a bit. Like
Right.
I ain't gonna say for a bit. It's been a long time, so I don't remember none of my earlier joints, especially the time during that.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
what I
Fair enough.
said, it's a flash in the memory.
I just like to ask people.
Nah, nah, I
Sometimes
feel
they might
you.
remember.
Nah, I feel you. Nah, that during that time, nah, that's gonna be a flash in the memory. I definitely ain't gonna remember that.
Okay. Fair enough. Um. So you say y'all start going to your people's house. You had the beats. So
Gold,
that's
what
when
up,
y'all.
gold?
Yeah. Gold
Trenton,
fingers up in
Trenton,
here.
and Trenton was good, Trenton.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he was another brother I had interviewed, and he was telling me about y'all. He was constantly telling me, always sending me stuff like, man, you. So, like I said, yo, thank you again, yo. I'm,
Nah,
I'm,
anytime,
I'm,
anytime,
I'm
fam.
just saying, bro. Thank you. I'm super excited. So, but all right. So y'all was going to your man's house, and y'all was making beats. So y'all actually started recording y'all own songs.
Yeah, yeah, we started recording our own songs. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
Um.
we was putting shit together, doing a song here, doing a song there. We was trying to like I say we were just basically bullshitting. Like we had good intentions, but it wasn't really that serious.
Okay, but y'all was learning. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? And
basically,
having
basically,
fun with it.
exactly, exactly.
Okay, fair enough. So at what point did you how did this how did you end up getting signed and on the war report? Like how does all of these things start to actually grow into you taking this shit serious now? Like what happened?
Okay, so um, Nori came home around the time. I'm kind of like fast forwarding through shit a lot, but Nori
So
came home,
I don't
and
mean to interrupt you. I don't mean to interrupt you. You grew up with Nori.
yeah, he's from the same neighborhood.
Okay.
He's
All
from
right.
yeah, we from the same
I kind of
section. We
maybe
from
skipped
section
over that.
two.
All right, my
Yeah,
bad. But I'm listening. I'm
now we
listening. I'm
from
sorry.
section two. He came home, and he was starting. He was going in with Capone. So we damn, I can't remember if it was. I think it was Doona who actually like, yo, Moose rap too, yo. And then
Okay.
Nori heard me rap, and then was like, yo, come on, we going. You gonna fuck with me now. And then my boy Outlaw was like, me and Outlaw was supposed to be a group
You talking about
actually.
Troy Outlaw for
Troy
anybody that don't
Outlaw.
know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Troy Outlaw. We were supposed to be a group. And this is before, but and then Maze came into the scene, and me and Maze we was building one time, and then we actually I think we did a joint together, and the connection was there between me and Maze. It was definitely, you could see it.
Instantaneous.
It was automatic. Everybody could tell the connection was there. So we was like, yo, and everybody was like, yo, y'all gotta go in. Y'all gotta go in. And that's what me and Maze, we formed Moose and Maze, and then we from then on we was doing our thing.
Do you remember the day you met Maze?
Yo, it's crazy that I don't remember that. I know it was in the lab. We was in the He came to the studio because um Duna Duna actually got Duna actually brought Maze through. Like Duna was actually he was Duna, he was able to get anybody with talent. Duna would find them and bring them to NO, like, yo, here this nigga, he's hot. And then if NO felt them, he'll bring him in, he'll bring him into the camp. But for Maze, yeah, the nigga Duna brought him through, and no
Okay.
felt him, and it was a wrap from then on.
Okay. So you knew Nori since y'all was very young children.
You know what? I was a little bit younger than
Okay.
Nori, so I knew him, but I was in a part of that group he
I
was
get you.
with. He was
He a
hanging
few
out with.
years
Yeah, yeah.
older. Okay.
So like my cousin down Leezy, he was a little bit older than No, but they was in the same clique, so they was always together. But we was in like. You know how you got the older kids and then you got a little bit younger. So
Yep.
my clique was the little bit younger
Okay.
kids. So,
Okay.
but we was all peoples though. We was all peoples.
Okay. So shit. Cause I got man. Okay. Like you said, you and Dan Leezy cousins.
Yeah,
Um, and I know he said he from the Bronx, but he also come over to
yeah, yeah,
Lefrak.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so hold on, I'm trying to gather this damn question in my head. So how do I say this? So all right, so you and Dan Leezy showing up
Yeah,
family.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
y'all do family reunions or whatever. Somebody God forbid it's a funeral or something or a birthday party. Should I say a more joyous thing? Y'all are congregating as family.
We
Um,
we got we got we. Let me put it this way. This is my cousin, but you know how things is. Sometimes he's over here, I'm over there. But yeah, if something bad happens, yeah, we definitely gonna be like, yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. But
And you
we
say he
we we,
older.
we
And you
are
say he a
here.
good bit older.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, I would say, what as y'all got older, how would you say y'all relationship grew as you came in the age of an age that could be around somebody that's older.
Down Leezy got locked up during that
Oh
time.
shit.
So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So Down Leezy was locked up. But that's family. So when he came home, you know, my actually, damn, my cousin Yusuf, he was like, yo, right before Leezy came home and met up with everybody. I think it was Yusuf who told me he was getting ready to come home. So that's another one of our cousins, and
Okay.
my cousin Kenny, older brother. So he was telling me he's getting ready to come home. And then he actually when he came home, this is when NO was kind of popping during that time. So
Because
he just
I
came
want to say
up
the
in the
war
mix.
report had already been out, from
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
understanding.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because down Leezy was down for a minute. So when he came home, yeah, NO was kind of popping during that time. And damn, wasn't this for I think
He
it was
Down
around the
Leezy
war
told me he
report.
came. I interviewed him. He told me he came home in '98.
Oh shit! So this is way before then.
Yeah,
Then. So
yeah,
this,
yeah. I'm just kind of
yeah, I'm
asking
fuzzy
you to
right
talk
now.
about it.
I'm fuzzy right now. Like I said,
It's
I
all
think
good.
so. So this was before then. But during that time, Leezy was what? Damn, yo, that's crazy. That I'm blanking
Well,
out right now.
I
But
don't know. I did.
say
I'm
that
sorry.
again. No, go ahead, bro.
No,
Go ahead.
I know I'm kind of asking. I kind of went out of for all intents and purposes. I'm going out of chronological order. You know what I'm saying? Because I was asking you about one thing, but as he got brought up, it just made me want to ask questions like before I forget them. So but we can get back to that. So man, um, you say pretty much saying Duna brought you with Capone-N-Nore,
Yeah, yeah.
as they was getting on, and y'all got on the war report.
Right. So the Raw
Um,
Report, when I got on, it was I did a song with I think it was the World Series. What was
yeah,
it?
Iraq see the
I
world.
rock to
Yeah,
the world. So that's the joint that I had got on. But Maze didn't get on the War Report during that time. So but he was during that time was just me and Outlaw going in. So like I said, this is just a little bit fuzzy to me because it's a little bit it's been a
yeah,
minute. And like I said,
yeah.
I've been out of the scene for a minute too. So I'm kind of losing my recollection of all this
It's
stuff.
all good. Like Tito said, yo, just take your time, yo. Like we ain't,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I can understand. That's 25 years ago, dog,
Yo,
and a lot of
for
life
real.
that went by. And,
Yo, true
yes,
story.
sir.
True story.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, even with saying that, man, I mean, how did it feel to getting the? I don't know what studios y'all recorded in, but now you in the showing up professional studio. We working on a showing up
Right,
album.
right.
Um, I mean, what was that? What was that feeling like to you? Like, no, yo, this is serious now.
Yeah, it was definitely an ill feeling because we was working in studios that Pac worked in, Big
Hmm.
worked in,
Hmm.
all of, like Jay-Z worked in, Nas worked in. So everybody who who was somebody during that time,
Yeah,
we were seeing, yo, he was here the other day, or he was here, 3 months ago, 4 months ago. So it was crazy to know that people was in that position in them places, and we had an opportunity to come behind them and try to make something of ourselves as well.
yes, sir. Anything in particular that you remember from the session? If you can recollect, even writing your rhyme for Iraq See the World. Like, yo, how I'm gonna put this down, yo, like, you know,
You know what? During them times, for me, it was just, during that time, let me put it this way. During that time, we used to go, you know, I'm Muslim now, so I've been
all
Muslim, but right
due
now
respect,
I'm
yes,
on
sir,
my deen, right?
yes, sir.
So where I don't do a lot of stuff I did back then. So back then, we used to roll one up, we used to sip on something, and after that, to me, I just would. It would just roll off. It would roll off. I didn't
Mm,
have like
mm.
any hard time where where I hear the beat and then I just get a thought and I let that thought take control and I used to just let it come out and I used to write it down and get 16 bars out. So I really didn't have a thought process. I just hear a beat and the beat would give me a type of emotion or feeling, and then from then on that thought would just roll out into 16 bars, and then that's how I did it.
Okay, okay. Because y'all got as a camp, I'm gonna say y'all good with them posse cuts. It'll be four y'all on each joint, and y'all all just doing y'all thing,
Yeah,
like,
you know what?
so
During that time, it was more of a brotherhood between a lot of us where
right.
it was no egos between a lot of us. So we was in there like, yo, we have a mission. Yo, we going in to bang these joints out. Let's go do it. And everybody had that mindset where we was like, yo, we going in, we gonna bang out two, three, four joints, whatever, however many songs we gonna do, and we would go in and not BS. I and during that time it was fun. So when things is fun, you ready to go in and make it happen.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's the way it was going down during that time.
I'm just speculating. It almost is like innocent. Like you so new, it's so fresh, you so excited. I'm coming here with pure almost innocence. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
that's another thing. That's another thing. When we was trying to flip to music, because a lot of us, tell you the truth, a lot of us, a lot of us is 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So during that time, I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I want to get both feet out, and I wanted to, I want to definitely get into that lane. Like, you know what? Let me do this rap thing because a lot of us, we still on the street, we still on the corners, and everybody's recognizing like, yo, we gotta flip it. We gotta find a way where we can get in this game and get everybody else out of that game,
Yes, sir.
and make this thing legit where everybody getting this legit bread.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And I'm say the innocence. I'm kind of talking about the innocence
Of
of being new to
being
this
in
rap,
the music.
new to this rap shit before
Yeah,
you
yeah.
actually learn the business and
Yo,
the
for real.
budgets and all the politics and all
We
that.
was all ignorant of that. We was all ignorant
Yeah.
of that. So it's crazy because everybody know the situation what happened with No and Trash and him trying to get out of his deal, but that shows you the ignorance of being in the game. Like you just want to get in the game, but you don't know the politics behind it. You don't know sometimes they may have you hamstrung into things that it may take you decades to get out of, if not
Crazy
5, 4 years.
contracts.
Like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And you see that now, you would see it in the
Still.
past, like for real.
Still.
You see it in the past how these artists, they get got basically. They,
Big
they
bro.
get got. They got hands in their pockets and will keep hands in their pockets for basically forever almost.
Yes, sir. I mean, just to touch on something. I know you say you've been, you've been a step away from it for a while. I don't know if you're familiar with the producer Hit Boy.
Yes.
Hit Boy, he was, telling some story about how he been locked into contracts since he was like 19 years old. He like, I'm 30
Yo,
something. Like,
it's
yo,
crazy. It's
like,
crazy.
and today and that, like literally now, like it's crazy. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's the thing for dudes for dudes who eager to get on. It's easy for them to get susceptible
Yep.
for signing in the contract because they be like, you know what, I'm getting on. This person says you're gonna help me out. This person gonna give me a contract, but sometimes contracts be, people say you sign your life away. Most of the time, that shit is the true deal. You sign your life
For
away. Yo, it's
perpetuity, as they say.
crazy. And I was seeing some shit where when what was the dude? The UFC dude was talking about Biggie contract. It's something I never knew about. It's like, yo, they Puff signed Biggie for 250. Biggie made 5 million, but they charged him for the tour. They charged him for this. They charged him for that. They charged him for that. And after his album, which went platinum, he was in the whole 500 grand. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. But this is how they do it. And this is how the industry is, man. It's a cutthroat industry, basically, man. If you ain't got a set of good dudes who want to see you succeed and see you do good, they're gonna use you as a cash cow, basically.
Yes, sir.
Especially
I
if you got them skills and they know that you got the potential to be a star.
Yes, sir. I don't mean to interrupt you. I don't mean to get off topic.
Nah,
But
it's all good.
if you look down there and say Mr. Results, that's Deuce. He said, even when I was away, my boy Moose kept me in a verse. Love you, boy.
Yo,
If I'm
dudes,
correct,
man.
hold on. I don't mean to interrupt. If I'm
Nah,
correct,
so
I think he's talking about Thug Mania.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Okay.
Deuce was good, brother. And I even know that was Deuce. I'm looking at it now too. Deuce was good.
Yes, sir. It's a lot of y'all. I don't know what you call them. Your brothers. You
Yeah,
know
for
what I
sure.
mean.
Those are definitely my brothers, man. Definitely
Tuned
my.
in, man, and they've been gracious enough. He Deuce did an interview with me. He was, so I meant to say this when I first started. If you don't mind me saying this, man, I want
Yeah,
to thank Baby Bob. want to thank
Yo,
Deuce, want
baby
to thank Big Big.
Bob. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah,
Um,
yo, these are dudes I ain't see in a minute, but these is my boys though, man. These is my boys, like for real, man. These is my bros, man. Dudes, baby Bob, man. JB, rest in peace, man. Yo, for real.
Shan Doona. I
Yeah,
got to talk to Down
like I
Leezy.
said, Doona is the connect.
Kilograms,
Doona is the connect. He'll make the path. Like
Goldfingers.
you want to get this done, he'll set the path out and get everybody that you need and make it
Yes,
happen,
sir.
man.
I got the interview Goldfinger, so I appreciate all y'all brothers for y'all time, man, sharing y'all stories with me. I meant to say that. I even got to say this. I'm sorry. Side note. I got to thank my wife because the day's our wedding anniversary, and she let me
Yo, Fab,
get
I
busy
know,
on here.
man. You should have told me that. We could have did it another day,
But
man.
listen. We had a great evening. We had a wonderful day. She was like, "It's all good. Go ahead and do your thing." So I gotta give her a
Yeah,
shout out,
gotta
her
give
love and praise,
respect for that. Respect for that.
showing me grace.
Nah,
You know
for
what I'm
real,
saying?
for real.
Um,
Gotta respect that.
but she knows I love this hip hop. I told her how excited I was, so she showed me grace.
That's
So
crazy.
man, so the war report comes
Right,
out,
right.
man. At that moment when that happened, I think Capone ended up going to
Yeah,
jail.
yeah.
Did y'all go on a tour for that after that album?
For the World Report,
Yeah.
Nori was still getting shows. He was getting shows.
Okay.
So we would go on certain shows with him. Like I would go on certain shows with him, but it was a mix. So we until we started doing the tours and everybody was going, we could get the tour bus and all
Okay.
that, and then that's when he was taking.
So that
The
happened a
whole
little
gang was
later.
going on, huh?
So that happened a little later. The tours it
Yeah,
happened a
yeah,
little
yeah,
later.
yeah. That happened a little, but he was still getting shows like even when Poem was gone. So he actually did some tours. I'm remembering one Havoc brother. We did a tour with Killer was with us. Rest in
Killer
peace,
Black?
Havoc brother. Yeah, Killer Black. So we was on a
Oh my
tour during that
goodness.
time. This was when Poem was
Bird.
away. So yeah, he was with us. So I'm like, as soon as you said that, the flashback just hit me. I'm like, damn, we was on tour and Killer was there. I'm just thinking about the conversation me and Killer was talking about. So yeah, he actually did do tours when Poem was away. So yeah, it was
Okay.
happening during that time.
Wow. So at what point, I guess, did they decide to sign you? Are you still unsigned? How when Thugged Out Militainment is formed?
Yeah,
How does
yeah.
all this come to be?
So we were still unsigned.
Okay.
We actually signed. I think Doona, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's when after Pone came home and this was after success of NORE.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
believe after that time, damn, Martin Moore, who was an A&R for NO, he had got a job at Epic Records, and that's when actually we had got a chance to get a deal over there.
Okay. Okay. They got the Thugged Out Militainment imprint over there at
Right, right,
Epic.
right,
Got the
right.
budget. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. So, man, all right, y'all do the
Right
war
before the
report.
Melvin Flint album. Yeah, yeah. Right before the Melvin Flint.
Okay.
Good looking, Tito.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was right before the Melvin Flint album dropped out. Actually, we was actually simultaneously trying to do both
Oh,
things. So me and Maze
yes.
was working on our thing, and then NO was working on the Melvin Flint album. So
Okay.
yeah,
Because
yeah. Now a little bit is starting to come back a
Okay,
little bit.
because I'm gonna say this as a fan, I wish I was looking like, damn, I wish I still had the damn physical copy. I want to say on a when you were damn, I ain't got no CD around here. They over there. You would open up the CD jackets back in the day would have besides all the credits, it might say coming soon. I want to say it had Mace, Moose and
Yeah,
Mace coming
yeah.
soon on the side of the NORE album, I believe.
It could have. It's crazy that I don't remember, but it could have been. But I don't wanna put a definite out there
You,
because
you
I'm
see
not too sure
you
if he
see right
did.
there the
But
real Yala.
yeah.
That's
Oh
down Leezy.
yeah.
The
Hold
real
on. Let me see.
Yala.
Yo,
That's down Lee.
Lazy was good,
Yes,
man.
sir. Thank you for
Yeah.
tuning in, sir. Man.
What's goody? Yo, man. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Like I said, it could have been. It could have been, but I'm not too
okay.
sure. But it
Okay.
was there.
Yeah, I know I was
It was
looking.
right around that time though.
I
It was
was
right
looking
around
for it,
that
and I
time.
was like, yo, I swore it was on the inside of the jacket on one of them album, the inside of the album jacket,
You
but
know what? It
I
could have
can't.
been because that was one of the marketing schemes
Exactly.
anyway with
Yeah.
everybody. So the no limit thing,
Yep.
the no limit. They used to do the same shit. As soon as you open the jacket, you'll see
Who coming
the
next?
roster who coming right after
Yes,
this
sir.
right here. Yeah. So he could have done that, but I'm just not too sure about it.
I ain't either. In my mind, I believe so, but I'm just
And that,
recollecting.
the reason why you think because I'm like it could have been because that used to be the play for everybody damn near
Yes, sir.
almost. So
So, yo, after the war report done, I mean, how did that feel to be on that album, yo? You listen through it and you like, yo, I'm on a fucking, yo, I'm on a bona fide
yeah,
motherfucking
yeah,
four. They get Source Gator joint 4 mics, which is a classic that certifies it like as a classic, which it is. You know what I mean? It was more of an underground thing, whatever,
right,
as compared to
right,
like
right,
some bad boy shit like Mace or something. With all
right,
due
right.
respect. But how did that feel, yo?
Now it was definitely a good feeling, but it made me want like you know what I can do this shit. I can do this shit. So at first, I'm just like dipping my toe in the water, trying to see, what I mean, how people would react and seeing how good people thought I was. But then after that, and getting on at this, being around other artists and being around other people and doing more stuff, I was like, you know what, I can do
Right,
this shit.
right.
You know what I mean? If I put, I can make this shit work, basically.
All right. Just weird question. Did you like go to your mother like, yo, ma, I'm on
Yeah,
a motherfucking, I'm
yeah,
on the joint,
yeah.
like,
You know what's crazy is that
or your, I don't know, whoever,
my
I don't know.
my one of my family, somebody went and told my mother, my mom is Muslim, right? So
Okay.
so this is something like, what I mean? She's like,
Yeah.
she ain't wanna she ain't throw no cold water on the situation, but she was like, yo, we are Muslim and this is gonna lead to this and that. But she was, you know what I mean, she was trying to do what a mom do, trying to protect me. But she I ain't gonna say she was against it, but she wasn't she definitely was a champion me in that,
Yeah, with
basically.
all
But
due
you know what
respect, I can respect that. Yeah.
but you know what? I'm gonna say that she didn't stand in the way. So that's one thing that I'm like, all right, cool. So at least she ain't trying to like, nah, you ain't doing this. But she know, what I mean, she had reservations, and she told me, we Muslims, so we supposed to go a different route. But she ain't stand in my way and try to prevent me from doing what I wanted to do. I guess she seen that I wanted to do it, and she was like, you know what? I'm not gonna stand in his way.
Understood. So, um, I'm just, I don't know where else to go besides the next to when they making the NORE
Yeah,
album and y'all
yeah,
getting on some joints. You and Maze was on It's Not a Game. You got the joint 40 Island with Cool G Rap,
right,
son.
right, right.
Uh, tell me the experience and the vibe and everything when that was going. You know what I mean? Going into that album.
Yo, you know what?